सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Is volume okay now? Can you listen? Somebody please reply. Is it audible? Mm. Others can tell me. गुप्ता जी आवाज कम है क्या? नहीं, if I know from others also that it is low, then the mistake is from my side. हाँ, ठीक था कल परसों तो, मैं तो कुछ चेंज नहीं किया. Is it okay now? No. Okay. That may be because I spoke little slow. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः. श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आदिशंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः. अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. समस्त गुरूणां देवतानाम् अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म स्थापकानां भक्तानां साधकानां सेवकानां च विघ्न निवारण शत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा समस्त शक्ति प्रापण द्वारा विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Was it audible? Is it okay? I am waiting for your reply. Let us do the chanting of Tritiya Bhruguvalli today onwards. Om Atha Parayanam Om Tritiya Bhruguvalli Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. भृगुर्वै वारुणिः वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीः भगवो ब्रह्मेति तस्मा एतत् प्रोवाच. अन्नं प्राणं चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाचमिति तगं होवाच. यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते येन जातानि जीवन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति. स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा अन्नं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात्. अन्नाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते अन्नेन जातानि जीवन्ति अन्नं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्तीति तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा प्राणो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् प्राणाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते प्राणेन जातानि जीवन्ते प्राणं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते ते तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेते तगुं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेते स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा मनो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् मनसो ह्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते मनसा जातानि जीवन्ति मनः प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते ते तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा विज्ञानं ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् विज्ञानाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते विज्ञानेन जातानि जीवन्ते विज्ञानं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते ते तद्विज्ञाय पुनरेव वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तगुं होवाच तपसा ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासस्व तपो ब्रह्मेति स तपोतप्यत स तपस्तप्त्वा आनन्दो ब्रह्मेति व्यजानात् आनन्दाद्येव खल्विमानि भूतानि जायन्ते आनन्देन जातानि जीवन्ति आनन्दं प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ते ते सैषा भार्गवी वारुणी विद्या परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिता य एवं वेद प्रतिष्ठते अन्नवानन्नादो भवति महान् भवति प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसेन महान् कीर्त्या ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओमत श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषत् ॐ यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः येरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ॐ अथ शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ प्रथमोऽनुवाकः ॐ ब्रह्मविदा आप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सः ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाशः सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरावः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Salutations to the Lord in all forms, to Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, Atma Devata Parampara. Salutations to our Upanishad Rishi Parampara of Vyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnavalkya and Adya Shankara. We have to salute to our own Gurudeva, Guru Parampara, whose blessings we need every moment for everything. The most difficult thing in life is to use our brain or intellect. More difficult than that is what? Using it in right direction. And even more difficult than that is using this buddhi in studying the shastras. Even difficult than that is to be able to understand what is said in the shastra, to be able to understand. But if we can lift our buddhi to that level of clearly, thoroughly, undoubtedly understand the shastra, then definitely all our other faculties of mind and senses, which were ruling the intellect or which were ruling our own life, will be subdued, will come under the influence of the buddhi, because now the buddhi intellect has got the best of the knowledge with the source of shastra. Such person alone can more strongly, committedly wean away from the binding world of involvements into the liberating life of Adhyatmika sadhana. Till, in fact, that way intellectually you are convinced through the study about the truth, about the sadhana or the liberation. So too, till we are not clearly understood about what mistakes we are doing because of which we are bound in the world, the true sadhana will never start in us. Now, these are all the preparatory sadhanas only to be feeding our intellects with correct data so that it can think, it can ponder, it can come to higher and greater and deeper and authentic understandings regarding both bandhanam and moksha. Most of us not yet have come to that level. That's why still for us the sadhana is vague, half-hearted only. In fact, no clarity at all in that. And the same world of problems we are entering by our own choice. So this Upanishad Adhyanam, giving the data to intellect, it is not sufficient. The intellect has to ponder over that data, think about it, and come to the clear understanding to whatever extent it can take us to. Only after that, the convictions, the commitments, the continuous practices of sadhana, in spite of every of the difficulties. Or else our sadhana would be one day we do, another day we don't do. Even in that also there is no spashtata. So maybe invoke the kripa of entire Guru Parampara and Shruti Mata to bless us both with the correct data, complete data, as well as the Buddhi's ability to use that data to deeply contemplate and come to know what to achieve, what not to achieve. Therefore, what to do, what not to do, and also what to hold on to, what to leave. These are the very crucial things we have to be very clear, which will be the result only of Nirantara Shastra Shravanam. Till that happens, we cannot leave, should not leave the Shastra Adhyanam at all. Now we are studying Taittiriya Upanishad. In that, the second Brahmananda Valli, we took up the Sutra Bhuta Vakya is Brahmavida Apnoti Param. Then the Anushangika Vakya telling us the Lakshanas of the Brahman, whose obtaining is going to give us the Supreme Param, is the second line, Tadeshabhyuktam Satyam Jnanam Anantham Brahma. Now, these are the words through which we have to understand the Brahman, which is other than the entire universe, which is beyond the understanding, beyond any of the word and words meanings. That is what Bhagavan Adi Shankara himself struggling to explain to us. We are also struggling ourselves to comprehend or understand. The topic which we are studying last 2 days is so crucial as regards the convincing conviction about the Brahma Tattva as envisaged by the Shrutis, as experienced by the Mahatmas, and that whose experience is said to be giving us the Parama, the Supreme. That Parabrahma whose achievement gives us Supreme. The understanding that Parabrahma Tattva through this Lakshana Vakya of Satyam Jnanam Anantham, as described here by Bhagavan Adi Shankara, is so important, so sublime, and so complete, and so very necessary. In this way, as it is said here, if the Brahma Tattva is not understood, please remember, all our Adhyatmika Dhyana Adi sadhanas are not to the correct direction. Because जिस ब्रह्म को पाने से मोक्ष होगा, about that Brahma Tattva, विस्पष्ट अर्थ और अवगाहन or understanding, if it is not there, then what I will meditate on? If I don't know the destination to reach correctly, then in which direction I will go? Every direction I will go, but not toward the direction of the goal, because no clarity. Just like in our worldly affairs and activities, everything we are doing, everywhere we are going, but the main things we are missing of our fulfilling our duties 100%. In the same way, on the seat of meditation, on the name of meditation, everything we will do, but not the liberating meditation. मोक्ष देने वाला ध्यान करना है तो मोक्ष देने वाला अनुभव वाला ब्रह्म तत्व का संपूर्ण रूप से संशय रहितता से अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमको होना चाहिए. These portions of Bhagwan's Bhashya are so very important. He has given such deep, sublime, detailed explanation in Brahma Sutras, etc. beautifully. Even other Brahadaranика, Chandogya also. But so wonderful, beautiful, crystal clear here also. It is only you and I who have to have that patience to apply ourselves, our intellects, in trying to listen and analyze. When the listening is clear, analysis is clear, then the understandings start happening. We will just repeat what we studied yesterday because it is very crucial understanding. Yesterday, when Guru Maharaj quoted तस्माद्वा एतस्माद् आत्मना आकाश संभूतः, then एतमना आनंदमय आत्मानम उपसंक्रामति, then tat सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशतु. These quotations, why Guru Maharaj said to say that the Brahman which you are saying it is not there is very much there. Not only it is very much there, it is there in your own self as your own Atma. And whatever the worlds which we are seeing, the happenings we are seeing are possible because of this Atma only, which is Brahma, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam, which that Purvapakshi tried to deny by using that example of Vandhya Putra Ityadi. This is how the sentence was. So Brahma Tattva is there, that itself is Atma Tattva, and this Atma Tattva in so many places quoted, explained as to be there, cause of everything, etc. How can you say it is not there? Shruti Mata will not talk to us about something which is not there. So that Anubhava of Paramatma Tattva, as Brahma is Atma, is very much there. So to say that that is very much there, Asti, that he gave quotations. Now the Purvapakshi catches hold of the throat of the Guru. Okay, with the help of these three quotations only, and raises his own questions, doubts, objections. And the answer to this become the great portion of the understanding about Brahma Tattva. The questions and the answers to that are the great wonderful portion to give us a clear picture about the Brahma Tattva. Now, how he caught the Guru's neck? You said, तस्माद्वा एतस्माद् आत्मनः आकाश संभूतः. आकाश संभूत मतलब क्या हुआ? तो इसमें से आकाश आ गया, तो आकाश आ गया, so you yourself are saying that इसमें विकार हो गया. When the vikara happened, because the akasha came from it, the satyatva gone away. Guru told for different purpose, but disciple asking from the same quotations such questions which question the existence of Brahman only. But that questioning of him itself is so beautiful, because of which Guru got an opportunity to explain very subtly, very deeply and sublime manner the understanding of Brahma Tattva. This next two paragraphs, the great clarity, understanding about Paramatma as we get here, perhaps in no place we get, very rare places, let us say. Then second one what he said was, Yetab Anandamayam Atmanam Upasankramati. Means what? He has gone somewhere. Upasankramana means moving. So therefore there is a Gamana Kriya. So Gati is only possible when the limited thing goes to some place from where it is not there. Therefore the Ananta Tota is gone of your Brahma, which is an Atma. Because this is Upasankramati. जाके पाएगा, मतलब वो अभी नहीं है, अब वहां जाकर पा रहा है. So the modification has come, no? So then the Anantatva, Avikaritva, Jnaptitva which you are talking, you yourself are denying. Third one is what? Tat Sruštva Tadeva Anupravishatu. You said. So Tat Sruštva. Sruštva means it has done the Srushti Kriya. Because Sruštva likha hai udhar. So the Brahman or Atman has done an action. And Tadeva Anupravishatu. Again another action of entering. So in so many ways, the Brahma Vastu is going through the Vikara as per your own quotations. Therefore, the Jnapti of it has gone, means pure Jnapti. Why? Because before Srushti, the Atma will have to have the desire of Srushti, and that is there very much in Upanishad only. So kamayata Bhashyam prajayete tat sruštva tadeva anupravishatu. So when it has become the kamana wala, kamana can be happening only when there is a kamana, sankalpa or the vritti is there. The moment sankalpatva vrittyatva comes, pure jnaptitva has gone away, then jnana kartrutva has come. So this what you said earlier, you yourself are disproving it. तो ज्ञान कर्तृत्व आ गया बिकॉज ऑफ दिस, अनंतता इस चला गया बिकॉज ऑफ दिस ओनली, द विकारित्व भी आ गया, देयरफॉर विकारित्व आ गया तो सत्यम इज डिनाइड, अंतता आ गया तो अनंतम इज डिवाइडेड, ज्ञान डिनाइड, ज्ञान कर्तृत्वता केम, then the jnapti also is gone. So all the three words of Brahman are gone. Therefore, Brahman is not there. So this is how the Brahma Tattva, which is explained through those three words, are denied or as if they are not there. What do you say, sir? Answer for it. Okay. And then another thing you said, what? Along with Anityatva Prasanga, Paratantratva also came to the Paramatma. Because it is depending on the variety of things called Kriya Ityadi for expressing what is said in Upanishad called as Tat Sushtva Tadevanu Pravishat Ityadi. Therefore, Dhatu Arthanam Karaka Apekshatvat Jnanam Cha Dhatu Arthaha Ata Asya Anityatvam Paratantrata Cha. So the Jnapti is pure Dhatu. Jnapti, when it comes to the Jnana Kartru, he has become no more the Jnapti but Dhatu Artha. Dhatu Artha are two words. Jnapti, Jnana Kartru is two words. If it is Dhatu pure, then it is Jnapti. But it has declined to Dhatu Artha, then the Jnana Kartrutva came. When the Jnana Kartrutva comes, then it is limited by the Jnana Karma. Because in that Gneta, Gneya, Gnata, Jnana, Triputi will come. Because of which it has become Anta also and it has become Paratantra also. Endful and dependent. You are Brahman. So, if you say reversely, what all Shastras talk about, Parabrahma is Ananta, Akhanda, Advitiya, Ekameva, Dvaya, Chit Swarupa, all these words are included in Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Now the Purvapakshi, by this type of logic questions, he is objecting to it. Now, this analysis of Bhagavan Adi Shankara to answer to these questions is the most profound one. As I believe, at least some 20, 30 times, we have to speak, we have to listen, that every one of those things are clearly understood, not only to remove the doubts, etc., but further help us in making it clear as to what is exactly to be done, meaning of dhyanam. If you mean dhyanam, what is done on the dhyana sthiti or avastha, that clarity comes to us. In fact, this contemplation itself is dhyana. When we in deep way meditate, contemplate, that itself slowly makes us pierce through all the outer superficial layers, misunderstandings, and takes us deep into the Brahma Tattva. That power is there in these explanations of Bhagavan Adi Shankara. So, when we close our eyes and see, there are two things happening. We are becoming aware of the thoughts. So, the thoughtful knowledge is there of the objects, things, experiences. But there is something beyond the pure consciousness which is untouched by all this but illuminating all this. In that, the Shuddha Chaitanya Atma presence only, whatever is happening at my subjective level is happening. Jagrada avastha, swapna, sushupti avastha. The same thing is there all over in every of the seemingly independent individuals. About that Brahma Tattva, which is Atma Tattva, which is Jnapti Tattva, which is Sat Swarupa, which is Ananta Swarupa, more details are given here because the question asked by the disciple and Bhagavan took the responsibility to answer. Tentatively, we heard about all these things, but now the same things are deeply contemplated, beautifully contemplated. One by one, we see. We have seen it yesterday, we have seen day before. Today also, we see, hopefully, that little more clarity comes about the Brahma Tattva. This Vedanta Jnanam is like a puzzle. Puzzle is such a thing. The solution is there only, but we go on search. Suddenly somebody gives a hint, be attentive. That hint is only a part of it. But that when it clicks, the entire puzzle is riddle solved. Riddle is solved. Show this animal, which is the animal in this. They give a picture, a puzzle. We can't understand what is. Then refer page 24 for a hint, they say. Then when you refer a page 24, they tusk, some word they give. Immediately you look for the tusk. Immediately the moment see the tusk, it is elephant. तब तक वही था वो, लेकिन छुपा था हमको. एक बार पता चला, टस्क बताते ही टस्क देखा. Immediately through the tusk, you went to the trunk and to the head and to the whole body and the legs. Total elephant is known. So to they give a capital city, or they give a fill up the blank like a word. Then refer page 30 for the hint. There they give the capital city of that's some country, they say. Immediately it clicks to us, that's what, and you fill up it. Here also, it's a puzzle, Brahma Vidya, till it gets clicked to us. We are just beating around the bush from last 3 years. And when the effort is more deeper, since slowly the track starts getting opened up for our entry of understanding. Thank God we believe that there is some Brahman, but still we are vague about it. When the vagueness continues, if it is not removed by clear conviction, one day we may disbelieve it because somebody tells us and we go away. So the clarity should come to us. Now, one by one sentence, as what we said yesterday, same thing we say. First, देखो स्वरूप अव्यतिरेकेण कार्यत्व उपचारात्. These two things we have to be very clear. Swarupa avyatirekena means first there is Brahman. Second is it's had its own Swarupa. That Swarupa of the Brahman is so inseparable with the Brahman. But when somebody asks what is the Swarupa of the Brahman, to explain it, to answer it, three words are used. But those three words with their meaning are so much one with the Brahman that they are not two. That is the meaning of Swarupa Avyatirekena. First, Brahman is there. Second, it has its Swarupa. Third, that Swarupa never changes. Avyatireka means उससे इलावा नहीं होता, वो जैसा है वही रहता है. And what is Swarupa Brahma? That's what the second sentence came. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. So Satyam Jnanam Anantam, which is the Swarupa of the Brahma, Avyatirekena, never ever it becomes otherwise. Avyatirek uska Swarup. And Satyam Jnanam Anantam are not the words with the meaning, giving the explanation of the Brahman like an adjective. Adjective is different from the object. On the other hand, these three words are giving the Lakshana of the Brahman, be attentive, in which when you follow this Lakshana, you reach to an experience which is Brahman. At the time of experiencing the Brahman, reached through the analysis of this Lakshana, these Lakshana with the words, they go, they disappear. Only Anubhava remains. Therefore, Brahma is there. These Lakshanas help us to reach to that Brahman. And when we reach that Brahman, these Lakshanas go away. And definitely we get the Anubhuti of that Brahman. There is no doubt about it. These are the four things we have to derive from Swarupa Avyatirekena. Okay? Now the second thing is what? Whether the Upanishad Mata said and holding on to it, you have asked a question, or in every individual's life, whatever the Atma Brahma is said to be doing, because of which you got the doubts, all that is called Karyatva. Karyatva of the Brahma. Brahma without changing itself, but appearing to change. Because you and I are talking, Shruti herself spoke, you also have questioned all of that kya hai? One word is very important, upacharatu. Upachara only it is. It is because of some reasons, tentatively, formality way, the karyatva is said in the Brahma. Otherwise, Brahman is Swarupa Avyatirekena. Again, any example? The gold is Swarupa Avyatireka. Has ever gold become something other than gold? Never. But what about all the ornamentation? This ornamentation is called karyatva. These are all upachara. It is only a bahya, a type of prayoga, a formality only. That means what? ये उपचार के ये सब हो रहा है, हकीकत में कुछ नहीं हो रहा. जो है सो ही है. Brahman alone is there. Now, in that ornament, in the gold, any type of ornament of any wonderment you bring, but all that is karyatva, but that karyatva is upachara. What is the meaning of karyatva, upacharata? That the karyatvata is not such a real karyatva that it changed the swarupa. तो ब्रह्म का स्वरूप यथातथ रहते हुए ही उसके ऊपर ऐसा कोई चीज का आरोपण करना जिस कारण से ब्रह्म बदल गया या नहीं है ऐसा लगता है, उसको कार्य तो उपचार कहते हैं. That is what the entire world of the object, anything. Everything is a karana, and it is from the karya. The karya without changing appears as karana, sorry, karana without changing appears as the karya. That karyatva is upachara. Like the karyatva called as a chair in which we sit, is a upachara on the karana called as plastika, of whose swarupa avyatirekena never changed. In fact, because this plastic will not change, then only it is made into chair and we sit. या कोई कल बताए मानो प्लास्टिक बदल कर और कुछ हो जाएगा, तो nobody will make a chair out of it. Are you understanding? First line itself has got so many details to tell us. Swarupa avyatirekena. Brahma Satyam Jnanam Anantam is its Swarupa. Never ever it leaves its position like that. Then whatever we are seeing the world, whatever the Shruti Mata said about Tat Srishtva Tadeva Anubravishad, did the Srishti really happen? Has Brahma entered into that created Srishti to become Jiva? Is it not? So too, that Etam Anandamayam Atmanam Upasankramati, that the Jiva enters into the Atma Vastu or Brahma Vastu, or etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. Has it that the akasha really born from the atma? Remember, the question is what? All these three, whatever Shruti said, all that is karyatva of Brahma, but it is only upachara. In the sense, Brahman never became the karana, and no karyatva came in him, and therefore no karya came out of him. Karyatva is doing. Karya means deed, done. Karana is the cause. So Brahma is a Karana, took up the Karyatva, did a Karya. It never happened in it. Why then said all that Upachara? What is the Upachara here? You and I are in our ignorance level. We are seeing all that. For giving us the explanation as Upachara out of our compassion, Shruti Mata gave that Karyatva to Brahma. In fact, she sacrificed herself as if she came a step lower. She is not rigid to say, Tum kuch bhi kaho, Brahman alone is real, he is Satyam Jnanam Anantham. To help us to lift our understandings to higher level, the Karyatva is given to Brahma. Otherwise, it never did any Karya, nor it became Karana, nor any Karya came out of it. If at all is there, Upachara. Everything, like the thread becoming a cloth. Did the thread lose its original position? to become the cloth? No. If it has not lost its position, then has it did the action of becoming a cloth? Karyatva. Did the thread do the action of becoming a cloth? And did it bring out a cloth out of you called as karya? You have to say yes, because you are not wearing the thread, you are wearing cloth only. Therefore, the thread has become cause for the cloth. You have to say for the sake of upachara. Reality में thread alone is there, whatever wherever you see. है कि नहीं? सो व्यवहार के लिए परब्रह्म उपयोग नहीं होता, इसलिए उसमें कार्यत्व उनके द्वारा कार्य का बाहर दिख रहा है. Now I am with so many examples repeatedly I am saying only for understanding that Brahman alone is real, everything else is Brahman only, but because of the karyatva upachara, it is appearing like that. Like with the mud, you cannot carry the water. Therefore, the mud has got as if appearing as the pot. Mud became pot. Mud from within only did the karyatva and through became the karyatva. Karyatva means doership. Then came out of the karya called as an output or out product called as the pot. ये उपचार है ए पॉट, क्योंकि वह काम करना है पानी लाने वाला, which you can't do in the mud. But does it mean that the mud disappeared? स्वरूप का व्यतिरेक हुआ क्या वहां? See example, अव्यतिरेक स्वरूप. This is a crucial point of Vedanta, in which everything came now. In fact, the further things we did not study, but that are all explanations. This is thorough, everything is an explanation to come to this understanding only. What is final thing? Therefore, entire world is nothing but Brahman alone. Like every pot is nothing but mud alone. While the entire world has come out of the Brahman, Brahman did not change. Like all the pots though came out of mud, the mud did not change. Therefore, if the mud did not change, but still there are pots are there, what is that relationless relationship is? The karyatva upachara, but before that, swarupa avyatireka. So too, without the losing of its own essential nature, Parabrahma only is referred to as, upachara is reference, referred to as the entire world for the sake of transaction. Is it not? When we take one example, the mud for the sake of transaction pots, then the thread for the sake of transaction clothes. Okay, yeah. A step before that is what? For the sake of same transaction only, the mud here, the thread here has come, the gold there has come, the water there has come. So the mud is the cause of all pots. Gold is for all ornaments. Thread is for all the clothes. Water is for all waves. But these basic things also, mud, the thread, the water and the gold, they also are the karyatopachara of the Brahman only, who himself has not changed. That's why each of these things, when we go into their deep, either causes by breaking them or logically seeing where it is seen, in both cases, where we reach to the Brahman only. Again, like the mud, go deep into the mud, where from it has come, or break the mud into small pieces, and like science says, go up to the atom level, go up to even subtler level. What do you find there is pure consciousness only. Or from the perceiver standpoint, you see, where is the mud? Mud is in my eyes. Where is the eye? It is in my mind. When you go back, where you find? You reach to the satta only, na? Finally. Therefore, Satya Chit Parabrahma only, Upachara के लिए mud. Mud alone for the Upachara sake a pot. That कार्यत्व क्या है? सिर्फ उपचार है. न कार्यत्व आया ब्रह्म में, न ब्रह्म कारण बना, न ब्रह्म से कोई कार्य उत्पन्न हुआ. Think about it. And then why we can't understand all this simple explanation? Because our value, importance, attention is on the karya. That we are not able to leave it easy and go back to the cause. Or there is a fear that if we go back to the cause, the effects we may have to leave, which have a transactional utility or even some expected pleasures also we have fear that we lose them. But actual answer is what? The pleasures will remain same even after reaching Brahma Jnanam. More than that, the Brahma Ananda is so infinite, one does not want to come down to the lower level of Ananda. But these things, when they are not clearly understood, we always have the hold on the Karya. Therefore, we don't become deeper enough to reach to the Karana. We hesitate to go there and we may not understand sometimes. Sometimes even it intuitively understanding comes, the acceptance nahi hota hai because of pressure of vasanas, because of the interest in the outer world, because of these things, the inability of the intellect. इन कारणों से वो मूल वस्तु का अवगाहन या अंडरस्टैंडिंग हमको मिलता नहीं. हमको क्या करना है? वी हैव टू कैच दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड स्ट्रेंथन आवर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ दैट. Strengthen the understanding. Word alone is real. Parts are the upachara hai. And it is a fact. You are not speaking lie there. You are speaking truth only. So, the basic principle based on which the entire subsequent discussions Bhagwan Bhashyakara is going to do for us is Karyato Upachara. Swarupa Avyatirekena Karyato Upachara. स्वरूप में कोई बदलाव नहीं आया, लेकिन फिर भी एक और कुछ रूप में महसूस हो रहा है, दिख रहा है. दिस कॉल्ड विवर्त कारण इन वेदांत. A thing remaining as itself, never gone through any changes, yet appearing as something is called vivarta karya karana sambandha. So Brahman remaining as himself only without changing his swarupa is appearing as all this. So swarupa avyatrekena, then if he has not changed, then how all of them have come from? They come from him only. If they have come from him, did he get modified? Did he become a karta? Yes, but upachara, not reality. In really, if has become karya, then the karana should not be there, disappearing. Disappear तो नहीं हो रहा है. ब्रह्म तो यथातथ है, रहते हुए ही इतने नाम के रूप में, रूप रंग के रूप में, in the form of the universes, the cosmoses, everything is the karyato upachara on the karana rupi Brahma, who has never become karana for him to express the karya out of him actually. अदरवाइज ब्रह्म कार्य बन जाता तो किसी को ब्रह्म मिलता ही नहीं. If the Brahma is not gained, then the moksha मिलेगा नहीं. मोक्ष ही नहीं है तो everybody is bound only. But that's not the case. They are the saints, sages who have experienced Brahman and have proclaimed कि now we are liberated. श्रुति माता तो झूठ नहीं बोलती है कि there are Brahma Anubhava Jnanis are there. So contemplate on this sentence again and again. What is that? Swarupa avyatirekena karyato upachara. Now, these main sentence will be explained and towards the end it is concluded. And that conclusion तो एक तो it's a big bomb धमाका only. मजा आता है वो. अगर हम समझ पाए तो टाइम लगेगा वो. First line Brahma Swarupana Avyatirekena Swarupa Avyatirekena is explained in 3 or 4 lines. Then the Upacharatva or Upachara of the Karyatva of the Brahman. Reference of Brahman as a doer or has become something or has gone somewhere, etc., is explained in the 6-7 sentences with beautiful explanations or examples. So one by one we will see. First is what? Swarupa avyatirekena we have to understand. What is understanding? Atmanah swarupam jnaptihi. न ततः व्यतिरिच्यते. स्वरूप अव्यतिरेकण means आत्मनः स्वरूपम किमस्ति ज्ञप्तिः न ततः व्यतिरिच्यते. It will never change even an iota from being jnapti, which is the swarupa of the Atma. Now, this point, how we understand is our own selves. That am I not conscious, put in wholesale, of all the three avasthas of Jagrat, Sapna, and Sushupti, which makes our entire life of all experiences. A jiva, me, live my life. Life is nothing but experiences. Experiences I have are many. All those experiences are categorized into three, called as Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. In these three planes only, I am going through, I am living my experiences, all of us. Now, am I not conscious of every of these planes? What is that consciousness? That consciousness, me, is realized on the seat of meditation. That's the ultimate goal. Now we are trying to understand the subject. Subject is what? Atmanah Swarupam Gnapti Tata Na Vyatirichyate. This we are trying to understand. To understand that, we are saying, have we ever become unconscious? We can never become unconscious. But people become unconscious, their memory fades away. That is the buddhi for the time being goes away. The medium with which the world is known. The medium with which the world is known, world is seen, world is responded to, that goes away, but the jnapti never goes. That is why even those spastic children and all of them, they are in one condition. They have not disappeared. In them, the jnapti is there, but it has not become the jnanam because the instrument called as Uttamadi or Antakarana, it had got some difficulties or the aberrations. Just like you and I have the intellect better than them, but not the ultimate also. Na? Is that every one of our intellects are able to understand everything? Not no. That way we are also in a way spastic only. We compare ourselves with that fellow. We think we know little better. Therefore, we say he is lesser than us. But we are also not ultimate. That we understand everything, we know everything. उसको हम नहीं पता, हमको हम पता, वो पता, बाकी सब कुछ नहीं पता. That way. But the jnapti never goes away. Underline this point. Atmana Sarupakyam Jnapti. Jnapti means pure consciousness, pure Chiti or pure Chaitanya, which has neither became the knower, known knowledge difference, nor to become like that, it has to appear as the Vritti, nor the Vritti in that. That's called pure Jnapti. Jnapti word को भूलना मत. That's को प्रत्यभिज्ञा कहीं कहते हैं. Pure consciousness. We know the world conscious of this, conscious of that. Remove all the offs, what is remains is called Jnapti Swarupa. Meditation means that is what we reach. That Jnapti always remained that only. It never became the world. The appearing world is only Upachara. Not only the world is Upachara, the Brahman is made as cause for the world appearance, also is Upachara to such an extent that actually Brahman alone is always there, is there, will be there. Entire world was never there. Thread alone is there, never the cloth is there. थ्रेड क्लॉथ इज देयर फॉर उपचार. अब तुम क्लॉथ को जिसको उपचार के लिए हमने अलो किया, यू आर ट्राइंग टू मेक रियल एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ मी द थ्रेड, फिर विल टेक आवर थ्रेड, अब जाओ नंगा विदाउट क्लोथ्स. इमेजिन इफ लड़ाई झगड़ा हो गया ब्रह्म और जगत के बीच में, वेर यू से जगत अलोन सत्यम, ब्रह्मन इज नॉट सत्यम, देन ब्रह्मन विल टेक, ठीक है, आई विल टेक अवे माय सत्यम ज्ञानम फ्रॉम द जगत, अब दिखाओ तू जगत किधर है. इफ यू से द ऑर्नामेंट इज रियल, देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड एज गोल्ड, ठीक है, गोल्ड क्या करेगी, ठीक है, मैं अपने आप को हटाऊंगी इस ऑर्नामेंट से, अब तू अपने आप जी के बताओ. कैन द ऑर्नामेंट एग्जिस्ट व्हेन द गोल्ड इज टेकन अवे? Think this is called as contemplation. This is called as the Brahma Vicharana, what we are doing now. And that Brahman is all pervading, that all pervading Brahman is I am. That is called as moksha. I am not all this. This also is a part of the upachara like the other things in Brahman. But because of so much of identification with this, I became only this and I developed this separation from the other things of the world. Not only this, I have forgotten the substratum behind me, the substratum behind the Jagata, which is one without second. Dekho? Is it not? As a father, he is suffering. As a husband, he is suffering. As a brother, he is suffering. Forgetting he is a man who is a substratum of all these three: fatherhood, husbandhood, brotherhood. Think about it. Where is the husband? Where is the father? Where is the friend? All of them are upachara on the man only. For the sake of, because of some conditionings, for some reason. But man never lost his manliness when he became husband or any father, anything. He remains so. But upachara के लिए सब बनते हैं. But upachara is taken real, bechara he loses his manliness and becomes miserable. We hesitate. We hesitate to say, why should I suffer as a husband to her? At this moment I withdraw from my husbandhood. I'll be a man not to suffer. क्योंकि फॉर्मेलिटी अरे क्या हो गया उसका मतलब मुझे तलाक लेना पड़ेगा उनसे उसके छोड़ के जाऊं ये तो टेम्पररी झगड़ा है हमेशा तो प्यार करते हैं इसलिए दिस इज हाउ विथ सो मेनी थॉट्स वी कैंसल दैट रियलिटी थॉट दैट यू आर ए मैन एंड कंटिन्यू सफरिंग कभी कभी आदमी बनकर भी देखो interesting. Like we say, no, big prime ministers or ministers, chief ministers, they become ordinary citizens sometimes and do the unlike a citizen like work. कभी भी आदमी मामूली आदमी बनकर देखा हो. In the same way, we have to become man and see sometime, go further, be the Brahman and play the roles. Then the man keeps his manlyhood intact and then plays the roles of all that without getting overpowered by him to such an extent that he loses his manhood. Will he have any samsara? There's no samsara. But when a wife comes, he becomes husband so much that he forgets man. He is told to act like a husband, but he starts reacting like a husband. In action, there is joy. In the reaction, there is only misery. Both loving the wife to such an extent that he forgets he is a man and becomes only as husband, that also is reaction. After some quarrel, as a husband dominating her, suppressing her, or whatever, that also is a reaction. But duties, doing the dharma of a husband to her, that's all. Beyond that, the husband who is packed and kept somewhere, remain as a man, you are never bound. And that is what is Jivan Mukta Sthiti. A Jivan Mukta remaining in Atma Anubhava, whichever the role he is given, he plays it and keeps aside. He never overpoweringly identifies with it to lose his own essential self. He is conscious of himself, like every actor. Without losing his individuality original, he takes various roles on the stage, delivers those dialogues, acts this and that. Once that is over, it is no effort at all to him to keep that actor who is Upacharika and go back to his normal manhood. Rather, that actual person was never lost. He is always aware of him also in the subtlety. Subtly he knows he is that. Even he is fully engrossed in that acting also, that also by knowing himself he is separate. If he really becomes the acted role, no, all the acted roles, emotions overpower him. He cannot even do the act properly, like a doctor. When he is asked to operate his own family member, he's a doctor, he had done thousands of operations so far. But at that time, he cannot be a separated doctor. A related personality comes in him, therefore he cannot do. In the same way, in an actor, the actor role is identified, he'll be lost. He knows within that he's always afraid. With that freedom only, confidence only, that I am not this, but I am that, that he is able to act perfectly. In that example, the actor is a Jivan Mukta. That is why every role he is doing 100% perfect. Because no role is really he, and that he knows heart in heart. He is something beyond all of that. It is undoubted to him. Therefore, there is no hesitation in taking up any Aupacharika role, yet not getting lost his own original status. Brahmagyani is like that. बट ब्रह्मज्ञानी बनने के लिए पहले ब्रह्म है स्वीकार करना. ए जी पूर्व पक्षी तो कहते हो है ही नहीं. We have to start from here. So, Swarupa Avyatirekena explained. Karyatva Upachara explained. Now, the explanation of this we started. First thing is what? Atmana Swarupam Gnaptihi na tataha Vyatirichyate. Digest this sentence first. With all logics we gave, everybody at every moment are conscious. Memory is different. They all are vritti. Vrittayaha, panchatayaha, nidra, smrutayaha. Intellect is different. Through the intellect, having the knowledge is different. They're all aupadhika. They're all aupacharika. This gnapti is very much there when I use my intellect to know something or when I don't know something. ज्ञान और अज्ञान दोनों को मेरे अंदर वाली ज्ञप्ति इल्यूमिनेट करती है कि नहीं. That means what? Na vyatirichate. The gnapti in me never became jnana when I know something through intellect, nor became ajnana when the intellect did not know something. That's why the glory of this gnapti is illuminate the jnanam and ajnanam both. To illuminate, it should be there as an illuminator all the time. That is what we are saying. Swarupa avyatirekena means its swarupa is gnapti, ततः न व्यतिरिच्यते. ततः मीन्स अपने उस स्वरूप से, न मीन्स नेवर व्यतिरिच्यते बदलता है. मतलब ज्ञप्ति ज्ञप्ति ही रहेगा, जड़ नहीं बनेगा. ज्ञप्ति ज्ञप्ति ही रहेगा, ज्ञाता नहीं बनेगा. Both the things. His pure consciousness never became inert. His pure consciousness never became knower. First hold on to that point. Jnapti is the Atmana Swarupam, Tataha na Vyatirichyate. And again, for this also, the examples we give now. If the consciousness becomes something else like Jada or anything, or knower of something, it has become knower, then it cannot become the knower of other thing. Therefore, who is knower? A jiva through the intellect. Who is the self inner consciousness is only illuminator. Understood, no? He is an illuminator. Illuminator is called as Sakshi, Drashta. He is only mere Sakshi and Drashta. He is not knower. In his Sakshitva and Drashtutva, one aspect of the Antakarana, Upadhi, called as Ahankara, because of the reflection of Chaitanya in it, called as Chidavasa, he is becoming knower. And this knower, who is a Chidavasa, is limited with the known and the knowledge. And he continuously dies and changes as the known is changing. Like when I know the chair, the knower of me, and when I know the, let us say, the window, the knower of window in me, they are not same. Because it depends on the object. But the illuminator behind me, even the knower of the chair and the knower of the window, the illuminator is always the same. He never changes. But the knowers change. If the knower doesn't change, the work will not happen in life. Is it not? You are the knower of cooking. So at that time, you knower as a cooking, cook only you have to be. While driving the car, you are the knower of driving. You have changed there. You cannot cook while driving. ज्ञाता बदल गए कि नहीं बोलो. कौन ज्ञाता है बदल रहे हैं? जीव उपाधि के द्वारा. But both the cook in me, the knower, the driver in me, are they not both aware by the aware full self in me? I say that I know I am a cook. I am conscious of my being a cook. I know I am a driver. I am conscious of my being a driver. So if you are conscious in both places, so you have not changed. That is what tataha na vyatirichyate. Atmana swarupam kim jnaptihi. Tataha, from that na vyatirichyate, it neither becomes jada nor becomes the knower. Therefore also he never suffers. Therefore sukha dukkha are experienced by the jiva, but not by the atma, which only illuminates the sukha dukkha. It never becomes sukhi dukkhi. I am conscious of the misery in me. I am conscious of happiness in me. I never become miserable nor become happy. I am consciousness. My status is different. I cannot identify even if I want. That self is me, is the Vedanta. That is called Atma Jnana, Atmanubhuti, Brahma Jnana, Brahmanubhuti, Mukta Sthiti. वर्ड्स कुछ भी कहो आप, तो सबका अर्थ यही है. तो आत्मनः स्वरूपम ज्ञप्ति ही बता दिया. न तथा व्यतिरिच्यते, it never becomes otherwise other than that. Because of this, atha nitya eva. Therefore, the nityatva, the anityatva is rejected by here because it is nitya. ज्ञप्ति स्वरूप से व्यतिरिक्त नहीं होता है, therefore एक ज्ञप्ति ही है. It has not become ज्ञान कर्तृ. एंड आत्मा का स्वरूप है ये. स्वरूप मतलब विकार नहीं होता. therefore the vikaritva is rejected, proved that it is satyam. Satyam Jnanam Anantham is proved here. Now, second thing has to be proved. What is the meaning of upacharat? Karyatva upacharat is the entire paragraph now. One by one thing is very deep, very crucial. एक, दो, तीन या चार बातें ये भगवान शंकर जी बताते हैं. They're very deep, very meditative, very deeply calm and quiet mind से contemplate करने वाले. हमको माइंड काम क्वाइट होते ही नींद में चले आते. दूसरे क्लास को आते हैं. जब तक मन शांत हो गया सुनते हैं. उसके बाद बोली जा रहे बाबा जी, बोली जा रहे. अपन तो रियलाइज्ड. Now see the requirement of शुद्ध अंतःकरण, एकाग्र अंतःकरण, सूक्ष्म अंतःकरण. Now the upasanas, the japas, all of them make the antakarana ekagra. All the viveka and vairagya, which is very essential. They are the only ones which make the antakarana shuddha. And study of shastra continuously and trying to understand alone can make our buddhi ek सूक्ष्म. तो शास्त्र अध्ययन से सूक्ष्म बनता है, जप आदि साधनाओं से एकाग्र बनता है, विवेक वैराग्य से शुद्ध बनता है. शुद्ध सूक्ष्म एकाग्र चित्त alone can go deep into the analysis, understanding of this. Now, while analyzing this only, one side the Brahman is real, this is getting established. Other side, other than everything is aupacharika, that also is getting established. Like the hero, the person never became that hero. He acted aupacharika for his own salary or remuneration, to express his talent and to make the people entertained. In the same way, Jiva himself is an aupacharika expression on Brahma. Ishvara himself is an aupacharika expression on the Brahma, to such an extent that Brahma has never changed. He remained as it is. औपचारिक रूप में उस ब्रह्म को ही ईश्वर एक जगह कहा, विद समिष्ट माया उपाधि. जीव एक कहा, व्यष्टि अविद्या उपाधि. जगत कहा विद रूप नामादि उपाधि. ब्रह्म को ही औपाधिक. सो इन ब्रह्म जीव जगत ईश्वर भेद इज औपचारिक. ब्रह्म नेवर बिकेम ईश्वरा टू लूज हिज ओन ब्रह्मत्व, नेवर बिकेम जगत नॉर जीव to lose his brahmatva. Swarupa avyatirichate. He is always is that only. This is what again and again we have to contemplate deeper. Like the gold never lost its form when it became ornament. Okay? So too, the Satyam Jnanam or Sat Chit Brahma never became Asat or Achitu. It always remained. That is why everything of Rupanama you take, the moola of every Rupanama, if you go into, what you find is Satchitta. Therefore, Satchit, not known as Satyachit, alone is seen and known and taken as the entire world of Rupanama. That's what Sushtirnama Brahmarupe Sachidananda Vastuni Avdau Fenadivat Sarva Nama Rupa Prasarana. Projecting name, form, giving a name to that form is the Srushti on Brahma. That's it. सृष्टि मतलब इतना ही है. और ये सृष्टि प्रोजेक्शन ही है, not real. Reality always remains reality only. The Brahma. Now, this how even now we are not clear because the intellect is not yet subtle. उपासना गुरु का भगवान का और करना है, देन और थोड़ा गहराई में ये शब्द जाएगा. Then we get the clear understanding. Then we can shake our head and say, yes, now I have understood. This understanding has to be realized on the seat of meditation, that Brahman is me. That effort is called true meditation. I know which in which meditation class in the whole world these subtle things are taught. They only teach ekagrata vishayas. They teach upasanas. They tempt us with the other outer worldly results, and all of that they call it as the dhyanam. अरे ध्येय वस्तु ही सही समझ में नहीं आया तो हाउ कैन यू कॉल इट एज ध्यानम? ध्येय वस्तु पे दृष्टि को ध्यानम कहते हैं, बट यू आर नॉट इवन क्लियर अबाउट द ध्येय वस्तु. एंड एनी अदर ध्यान इफ इट डजंट गिव अस मोक्ष, व्हाट इज यूज ऑफ दैट ध्यान? इट इज आल्सो samsara. दैट्स व्हाई पीपल टीच ध्यान अदर्स फॉर अर्निंग मनी. अब इससे बड़ा हंसी मजाक बात और कुछ है क्या? Dhyana for your self realization, which is beyond Dehendra Mana Buddhi. But that he is teaching for money, for business, for profession, is not that sufficient data for understanding us that how big the blunder and mistake is happening there. Dhyana has become profession now. On the other hand, if the Mahatma has realized the self on the sthiti of dhyana, he is always in the dhyana sthiti only. He guides the other also for the moksha. I am teaching meditation so that you practice meditation. Then with that meditation practice, you can become great successful person in business. He is doing business of meditation. Through meditation, is prompting others to become businessman more effective. आई तो मेडिटेशन को गाली दिया हुआ बात हो गया. Meditation is for moksha, yaar, not for bandhanam. You are abusing meditation. And the people flock there. Now in Vedanta, you are not doing meditation. You are not needed to meditation. You just contemplate. The result of meditation called as Brahmanubhuti obviously comes. Because the power of this inquiry is such a powerful weapon like a sword. It cuts off all the sangha, all the asanga, pura is vicharana rupi. All the sangha, vishaya sangha attachments इस विचारणा रूपी खड्ग से छेदित होते रहते हैं. ज्ञानम मेक्स अस असंग, दैट बिकम्स अ स्वॉर्ड, असंग शस्त्रेण दृढ़ेन चित्वा तथा पदम तत् परिमार्गितव्यम्. Beauty of this is now up to this understood. First part, what is that? Swarupa avyatirekena. What is that? Atmana swarupa ज्ञप्ति तथा न व्यतिरिच्यते ततः अतः नित्या एव. Now the second line, karyatopachara, 4 levels are there. 1 level we see today. Second, third, fourth. Yesterday we discussed, but not exhaustively clearly. I just felt it was not sufficient discussion. So we'll do it again. Karke, we have taken up it. Listen carefully now. Tathapi. Now karyatopacharatva of the Brahma is said. What is the karyata? Every expression of Brahma is proved now to be upachara, only a formality, only in relation with, not in absolute, only in referential manner. And right now only let us understand what is in relation, what is a referential manner with reference to your perceptions. Hey Purvapakshi. with reference to your experiences, we are for the sake of upachara. Like number of mangoes, let us say X. X is not a mango, mango is not X. But we say in mathematics. Then we find the mango sankhya, then you throw the X afterwards. Here also, because you are seeing and saying, we are giving the karyatva to Brahman. Rather, Brahman never became karya, nor the karyatva came to it, nor to come to the karyatva level, it lost its jnapti swarupa. It is always jnapti. Now, these are the things, when they understood, then what is said in Kenopanishad, called as Pratibodha Viditam, is understood. Pratibodha Vidita means what? In every experience, all the trio of experiencer, experienced and experiencing is only the upachara. In and through what is there is the Parabrahma only. That's the meaning of Yatra Yatra Manoyati Tatra Tatra Samadhayaha. Wherever the mana goes to embrace an object and forms a thought, the thought formation of the knower, known and knowledge is upachara. In and through what is there is that depth swarupa Brahma which never loses its position. Then where from, if the Brahman alone is there, these triputi are coming in your own delusion and your own unnecessary, like a rigid jiddi fellow, you are holding to that. Because of which, not only you are falling at the level of triputi of Jnata Jnanam Gnayama, you are denied of your essential self of infinite blissful Brahma Ananda Swarupa. This you don't want to listen or understand. और तो आते ही नहीं हो क्लास में तो फिर बताए कैसे आपको कि गलती कहाँ हो रही है. अब गलती नहीं पता चला, हाउ विल यू सुधारो? गलती is ignorance, sudhara is wisdom. If you don't come to class, how will we tell you? If you don't listen to Upanishad, how can we go to the root level? You don't go to the doctor and with his advice to the patholab, you don't to give your samples and don't get the test done. How the disease is diagnosed, how it can be treated, how you can be healthy and happy. That is an inevitable process, no? When I am suffering, must go to doctor, get the test done, get the prescription and use it. ये नहीं करूंगा लेकिन मुझे हेल्थ चाहिए. You are asking for impossible. In the same way, without knowing the reality of Brahman and that Brahman is me, without knowing that world is only Ukaryatopachara, unreal, how will we be liberated from the unreal and experience the bliss of real? Therefore, Rute Jnanat na muktihi. Therefore, Jnana devatu kaivalyam. Therefore, Atma Jnana vihinaha mudhaha. Te pachante narakani. That's why, without the Brahma Atma Jnana, everything else we may do and gain, still we continue to be samsari. Same way, whether we achieve something or not, if we discover our own Brahma Atma Swarupa in experience, we have achieved everything. That's why Sayeko Brahmana Anandaha, what we did in our today's chanting class. Brahmana Anandaha, Shrotriyasya Chaka Mahatasya. Dekho, Shrotriya, the one who deeply studied Shastra, Brahma Tattva, because of which, other than Brahman, there is nothing is there that is understood. Therefore, there is nothing to be desired. Therefore, Akamahataha is no more hit by the Kamana. That person has got the Brahma Ananda, which is 100 times greater than the Prajapati Ananda, which is 100 times greater than Brahaspati, it is 100 times greater than Indra, which is 100 times greater than the Deva. Then Ajan Devanam Ananda, Karma Devananda, all that sequence we saw. I am not explaining it, I am just telling how this knowledge is the one explanation to all those Upanishadic sentences. All the words said by masters, when you know the Brahma, you get liberated. The reason is this. There is nothing other than Brahman to bind you. Therefore, you can never be bound. That I was never bound actually. That's called liberation. Because as Brahma, I was always so. कार्यत्व में मैं टेंटेटिवली इमेजिनरीली अपने आप को डाला या आइडेंटिफाई की, इसलिए वो मेरे को लगा मैं बंधन में आया. इंटरेस्टिंग. So now this one tathapi buddhehe upadilakshanayaha चक्षुरादिद्वारैः विषयाकारपरिणामिन्याः ये शब्द आदि आकार अभासाः ये आत्मविज्ञानस्य विषयभूताः उत्पद्यमानाः एव आत्मविज्ञानेन व्याप्ताः उत्पद्यन्ते तस्मात् आत्मविज्ञानवाच्या च विज्ञानशब्दवाच्या च ते धातु अर्थभूताः आत्मनेव धर्माः विक्रियारूपाः इति अविवेकिभिः परिकल्प्यन्ते. So this needs a full class explanation. Tomorrow we do. After that, yattu brahmanah vijnanam tat savitru prakashavat agniushtavat brahma swarupa avyathrikta swarupameva. Though we explained yesterday, that again will take up for 10 minutes. Then tat na karanantara savipeksham nitya atma swarupatvat. This will take 5 minutes. Then sarva bhavanam tena avivakta deshakalatvat kalakashad karanatvat niritasya sukshmatvat. These shabdas one class we will explain. Therefore, na anyat tasya avigneyam sukshmam vyavaitam viprakrishtam bhutam bhavat bhavishyadva asti tasmat sarvagnyam tad brahma. This sarvagnyam tad brahma is a thappad by the Guru Maharaj to the Shishya. तुम तो ब्रह्म को नीचे खींच रहे हो क्या? He has become ज्ञान कर्तृ. You are doing it. But मैं कह रहा हूं not is a jnana kartru or one or two the jnaya vastu. So I am telling you he is a sarvagnya, yet he is not a sarvagnya. तुम सोचते हो कि ब्रह्म ने एक चीज को जाना इसलिए वो ज्ञप्ति से नीचे गिर गया. मैं कहता हूं भगवान ब्रह्म सब चीज को जानता है इसलिए हर बार गिरता रहता है, यट वो गिरता नहीं. सर्वज्ञ होते हुए भी he has never become Sarvagnya, he is Jnapti Swarupa only. Whether you call him as Sarvagnya, as an Ishvara, whether you call him as Alpagnya, as Jiva, they are all Aupadika only. They are only Aupacharika only. Brahman never became the Alpagnya as a Jiva, nor became Sarvagnya as Ishvara. Why? In Brahma, there is nothing other than it for it to know. Because it is Satyam, it is Jnapti, it is Anantham, and these three things qualify in that thing which is one without second, infinite, all pervading. Therefore, in that infinite, all pervading Brahman, is there anything else? No. Then how can one become Sarvagnya or Alpagnya? Then Sarvagnya Ishwara hai, Alpagnya Jiva hai, Jivit is Alpagnyata, doing this and that. Are Baba, ye sab aupacharik, aupadhika. Like the hero is doing all those things. They are all aupacharik because that role is given to him, that is aupadik. हीरो उस सिनेमा में वो वाला रोल लिया, इसको उपाधि कहते हैं. उस कारण से वो डायलॉग बोल रहा है, वो कहते हैं उपचार. That doesn't mean he changed. But why did he do that? It's an entertainment, not to get lost in that and forgetting his real self. You ask a hero which role you love and put all the rules, other side, and your own self. He says, I love myself more than the roles. Because I am reality. They are not real. If that is the thing, you change to that then. अब चेंज भी नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज सिनेमा सिनेमा है, वो कभी रियल नहीं होता. दैट्स वाई दे से डिस्क्लेमर, कोई रियल नहीं अगर है तो ओनली कोइंसिडेंटल. कोइंसिडेंटल मीन्स नॉट रियल. टुमारो दीज थिंग्स विल डेल्व ऑन थोड़ा थोड़ा. आज के दिन क्या हुआ, व्हाट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड टुडे, कि आत्मा इज ज्ञप्ति स्वरूप, इट इज इट्स स्वरूप, इट इज देयर इज नो it becoming otherwise. Therefore, it is also the Nitya and Satya. Then the meaning of the two words called as Swarupa Avyatrekatva and Karyatva Upacharatva we discussed. That was our homework. You listen to today's talk once more, then beautiful clarity will come. Okay. Now, the conclusion क्या होगा पूरे वेदांत का, आज का कहो या 1000 जन्म का, only one thing, unchangeable, unmodifying Brahman alone is real. Other than him, everything is projected on him. And who projected? He only. then he projected is a karyatopachara. From our standpoint, we are seeing the projected world on Brahma. It's like the mud has become karaka for the pots to become. So the karakatva in the mud, when it is appearing as the pot, is aupacharik. Because we are seeing the pot. एंड औपचारिक रूप से उसने मड ने कर्तृत्व को भी अपने पर लिया. बट इट्स औपचारिक नॉट रियल. व्हाई? फॉर टू रीजंस. नाइदर ही हैज चेंज्ड, सेकंड नॉट द पॉट इज परमानेंट. I have never changed as a conscious self, nor any of the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti are permanent. Because of this also, the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti are the उपचार के लिए हैं, और मैं रियलिटी हूँ, और मैं ही जागृत स्वप्न सुषुप्ति रूपी जीव के रूप में बनना, ये औपाधिक है. जीना औपचारिक है. रियलिटी में मैं कभी भी जागृत नहीं बना, स्वप्न सुषुप्ति पुरुष नहीं बना, nor the anubhavas I experienced. And deeply analyzed in every avastha, in every anubhuti, in every of the triputi, what is fully there is gold alone. So at the total level, the gold alone is in the total ornament. At the subtle level, at every ornaments, every part, again gold alone. So too, I alone am there in Jagra, Sapna, Sushuptis. Again, minutely dekho, in every Jagrada avasthas, every experience, every day, I alone am there in all the three of experiencer, experienced and experiencing. वही तो मजा है. ये कैसा हो रहा है, इसी को माया कहते हैं. बिना स्वरूप को चेंज किए हुए उसके ऊपर और कुछ को आरोपण करना ही माया कहते हैं. Now this we have to listen how many times to get into the groove of this understanding. For that, how much we have to wean away from the distracting, disturbing world and conserve our energies. टीवी देख के, सिनेमा देख के, लड़ाई करके, खाना खा के ज़्यादा इतने बुद्धि के लेवल में थक जाके, ऐसे बुद्धि से ये ज्ञान आएगा कहाँ समझ में, और इसमें हम टिकेंगे कैसे? नॉलेज ही नहीं टिक रहा है, तो नॉलेज के ऊपर हम कैसे टिकेंगे? है कि नहीं बात? Knowledge is not staying in me, then how can I use that knowledge? With the knowledge, establishing in that I am that Brahman, which is Satya Jnana Ananta Swarupa. In me, everything is Aupacharika. Therefore, the need of Viveka Vairagyadi. Therefore, the need of through upasanas making our mind always divine oriented. सिवाय भगवान का चिंतन और कुछ करना नहीं. क्यों कहते हैं? इसी कारणों से. करोगे तो और कुछ संसार will come, or the vasanas will come, or the kshipta moda vikshipta bhumikas will come. Then you can't do with ekagra the viveka khyati. This is called viveka khyati. What we call as viveka khyati in yoga shastra is what we are seeing here. Upachara. Swarupa vyatirekena karyato upacharatu. That's what. Let's see tomorrow. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shutmatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Please remember what is said today. Don't forget it, because in its continuity only we develop tomorrow. Thank you. Please spend 15 minutes for our Patanjali Yoga Darshana study.